The NFL draft is notoriously difficult to forecast. Things alter during the course of the college football season, from the Senior Bowl to the NFL Combine and Pro Days, and after that. Regardless, there have been some egregiously wrong and occasionally just idiotic perspectives on the situation. This year will be no exception to the rule. It's not uncommon for someone to make a mistake, and that's perfectly acceptable. In the past, however, there have been situations in which it appeared unfathomable that the individual spouting particular viewpoints could possibly believe that what they were saying was even somewhat accurate. Prepare to be shocked. In the number 6 spot, we have Cam Newton irritated Nolan Naraki to no end. Very disingenuous. His fake smile comes off as very scripted and has a selfish, me-first makeup. Nolan Naraki on Cam Newton. It's one thing to criticize a quarterback's throwing motion or defensive reading abilities. However, a player's smile isn't always the best sign of what he's capable of in the NFL. Naraki, a Pro Football Weekly reporter, was certain Newton's facial expressions indicated he couldn't be a competent quarterback. Naraki even claimed that if the Panthers chose Newton, GM Marty Herney would ruin his reputation like Bobby Brothers, who drafted Ryan Leaf. In the number 5 spot, we have Aaron Rodgers as just a system quarterback. I don't like him. He's a clone, Joey Harrington, and Kyle Baller. They all throw the same way. What have those guys done? Nothing. If you take him in the second round, fine. Heady guy. They do a marvelous job of coaching quarterbacks there. I don't think he's as good as the top quarterbacks coming out last year. Rodgers is a doppelganger for Harrington and Baller. Baller retired from the NFL with a 56.7 completion percentage and a lifetime quarterback rating of 69.5. Harrington had more interceptions than touchdowns in his career. And Rodgers has only one Super Bowl ring, but he has 2 NFL MVP honors, a few famous Hail Marys, and a career quarterback rating of 103.8. In the number 4 spot, we have the Seahawks totally blew it in the 2012 NFL Draft. As if the day wasn't bad enough, Seattle selecting Russell Wilson, a quarterback that doesn't fit their offense at all, was by far the worst move they could have done by the draft. With the 2 worst moves of the draft, Seattle is the only team that received an F on draft day. Okay, maybe Bruce Irvin wasn't the best first-round pick ever, but the Seahawks could have done much worse. At least Irvin is still in the league too, and unlike several other players picked ahead of him, like Trent Richardson, Justin Blackmon, and others for starters, Seattle, on the other hand, completely killed it on day 2, landing all-pro linebacker Bobby Wagner and franchise quarterback Russell Wilson in rounds 2 and 3. In the number 3 spot, we have Jimmy Johnson was glad to take Larry Shannon over Randy Moss. In 1998, the then Miami Dolphins head coach Jimmy Johnson was fairly certain that he had made the right decision in selecting Larry Shannon over Randy Moss. The Dolphins would have had Moss if they didn't have to move down from number 19 to 29. However, Johnson believed Shannon was an equally excellent wide receiver and selected him 82nd overall in the draft. With Larry Shannon coming to our football team, by the way, he's probably a step faster than Randy Moss, Johnson said. He's bigger, taller, and faster. Sometimes everybody gets carried away. For instance, with Moss and I, we don't really want to be talking about somebody else's player. I'm just going to make an example. Some of these people get so carried away. I'd like to pull them aside and say, how many films did you grade coming to your evaluation? I say, well, did you ever see him play? Oh, you've seen 3 or 4 highlights. You've actually watched SportsCenter, and that's how you made your evaluation of this player. And so we have a lot of scouts, a lot of coaches who do a tremendous amount of research. In the number 2 spot, we have the Texans will rule the night as they took Pizza Boy J.J. Watt over Nick Fairley. Wow, that's a fiery headline. According to Chris Baldwin of Culture Map Houston, the Texans will be disappointed because they chose J.J. Watt over Nick Fairley. Watt, on the other hand, is shown to be one of the top players in the entire sport when he's healthy. From 2012 to 2015, he was named 4 consecutive All-Pros teams, won 3 Defensive Player of the Year awards, and had at least 17.5 sacks in 3 different seasons, 2 of which were 20.5 sack seasons. Finally, in the number 1 spot, we have Aaron Curry as the safest pick in the 2009 NFL Draft. We have 2 figures to point here, Mel Kiper and Mike Mayock. While Mayock labeled the former Wake Forest linebacker as the safest decision of the draft, Kiper came quite close. Curry, who was taken at number 4 overall by the Seahawks, was without a doubt one of the worst picks of that draft. Surprising picks in recent memory. Curry appeared in 48 games throughout the course of his 4-year career, recording only 5.5 sacks. When it comes to hot takes, be cautious because you're never going to know what'll happen. Well guys, thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. Be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.